Hello, my fellow CopperCube people. So, today I have something new for you. You know how annoying it is to use variables in CopperCube? Well, not anymore, because I came up with this brilliant solution which you definitely going to like. So, first of all, I'm going to show you how it works, and then we'll go through how you can download it and install and so on. Basically, what I'm doing here, let's just create a new project. Is it too loud? I don't know. Doesn't matter. And then let's just save it somewhere. So let's just call it, I don't know, something. And I'm pressing Control D on my keyboard. Well, there's some wait time, of course, because I mean, it's CopperCube, nothing is fast. And it shows you this new beautiful window which says CopperCube variable editor, and I didn't fix the version, but it's how it will be shipped. Anyway, then you click on, do I have some? I have some already. You click on add extension, you call it something, for example, wars for video or something like that. And it will automatically choose it here. Then you can add variables and you can remove variables and you can also name variables. I'll call this one just war1 and I call it hello world. Worlds. A lot of worlds today. Then you have an option to save and also to export an extension. As soon as you click export extension, it will export it and save it with that file name. And now in your CopperCube project, you can just go to behaviors before first running. You do it on the very first scene of your project. And then under actions, oh no, you won't be able to find it. You need to reload first, reload extensions first. And now under actions, scripted actions, you will see just added extension, which was called wars for video. Now, after you edit it, basically you can use variables which you create here. So, for example, let's just put a 2D node somewhere like here. Let's just maybe modify it a bit. Let's say it will be a bit bigger. I don't know, 50. Is it 50? Yeah, it's almost 50. And put it somewhere here. And also, let's say the raw text and change to something beautiful like that. Yeah, looks pretty. And now let's also set the text from variable. So the simplest way how to do it, which I know without code, is to when key press do something, specify key, variables and text, change to the overlay of current node, because I attached it to current node, right? I attached it to current one. I don't know, let's just pick it. I'm not sure which one I'm attaching it to. And we say, is it $sign? Oh yeah, and also the cool thing about it, you don't have to type in your variables names anymore, because you can just click on copy, paste it in your editor. So basically what copy does, it just copies the value to the clipboard. So if, for example, I had something like, and I click copy, it will also just allow me to Control V it here. But I need this one for now. And now if I run the game and I press F, as you can see, you can, well, the font didn't work, but otherwise you can see the hello world message. But yeah, I don't know why font didn't work. I don't really care, to be honest. It's not the purpose of the video, because maybe I don't have this Bauhaus font anymore. I don't know. Arial. Best font is Arial. Well, if you modify the variable, let's say you want, I don't know what you want. Hello world, it is modified now. You need to click export again. It will resave the same variable file. So now if you're in the game, you can just, the variable is just updated. So this is that easy, you know, super simple stuff. And of course you can have multiple of them. It's supposed to work. You can just have the whole thing, the whole collection. It also should scroll properly. Not that properly, because you know you can see it behind the window somehow, but it works, it works. And you can also manage your projects. So for example, this one I created for testing purposes. You can just delete it, and it will also remove, I don't think it will remove the extension, but it will be removed from configuration here. Yeah, that's how it works. I also will guide you on how to set it up really quickly. It's super simple. So first of all, you will find, then you download it, you will find an archive.exe file. You just put it in somewhere in your file system. I just put it like game.dev.cv and then this main exe file. These two won't exist. It's just, something that the tool generates. Basically, these are configuration files which contains all the variables which you have. So I'm not sure if it's the one we used right now or not, but this is how it looks from configuration. And this is a configuration file which contains information about different configurations which you have. So as soon as you unzipped it, as soon as it's somewhere in some directory, you just make sure you closed CopperCube. You don't need it. You press on your open main, and what you need to do, you click on config plugin. It won't get you any response or something, but you can check if it does that thing, if it generated this start CVE file. So basically, if you press it, it will create a CVE file under your plugins folder. So now, if you also check it, if you want, you can check it. What it does, it simply opens the application where it is located. So the whole thing is required just to get, the application path. It also means that if you are moving the application somewhere in your file system, you also need to reconfigure the path again. Then just open CopperCube again, and you should, under the edit plugins, you should see this start CVE command. It's also assigned to Control D. It's really simple to modify. You can just rewrite if you don't need the hotkey, you can just, or you use it for something else, you can just rewrite it in the plugin file. It's really simple thing to do. You can just go here, edit, and you change Control plus D to something else, any other combination. But also remember that if you're regenerating the file, you also need to update the hotkey then. And yeah, from here it should work. So you can either just go here and start CVE. You can start it also from the file system, but I actually find it a bit, more fun to be able to open it from the editor itself. And as soon as you've done this, basically it works. You can open it with Control D, you can open it from the menu. You just need to create a new extension, give it some sort of name, save it. Remember to reload plugins after extensions and plugins after you saved the variable, after you saved the project. Export extension. Yeah, I'm messing up stuff now, but you got the idea. I'll just do it like in a written form. Pretty simple stuff. And after that, you add it to any scene. Basically, any scene will do, and before the first drawing, and you will find your extension inside scripted actions, and it will be called the same way as you called it in the editor. So there are obviously some limitations to it. Try to use Latin characters for variable names and also extension name. I'm not sure how it will work, but I mean, if it doesn't work, it's on you, basically. I have nothing to do with it from this point. Other than that, seems to work. I tested it a bit. It's much more easier to manipulate with variables that way, because you can also you can just add, remove, modify values. You can copy it from here. I think it's a nice thing to have. Yeah, my initial plan was actually to release some more extensions in this December, and I will probably release some, but I still don't know. I find this thing the most useful one, which I did recently, so I'm just glad to share it. Anyway, yeah, I'll post it somewhere, and I'll post as usual posts in Discord and CopperCube forum, and I will see you later.